Hey, how's it going? This is Red Leather, and I got my side cook Yellow Leather here. Sal and Tommy T. Today's show is brought to you by Legal Shield. Legal Shield can help you for just $1 a day. Legal Shield can help with traffic tickets, texting and driving, DUIs, court appearances, and even contracts that you just don't understand.
That were given to you. More. And if someone socked you in the head and you made a lawyer for less than $1 a day, call Legal Shield right now at
Go ahead.
213-245-1305. That's 213-245-1305. Again, call Legal Shield right now. 213-245-1305. Hurry up, give them a call, and tell them Place Your Bet sent you. Also, a big welcome to everybody listening in on iHeartRADIO and KSHP 1400 right here in Las Vegas, as well as all those people watching on Facebook Live. Yes!
Okay. Welcome, everybody. So, I'm just looking at the Lakers are playing the Philadelphia 76ers, and they're losing 38-19. God, the Lakers stink. I'm sorry, man. The Lakers are an awful team, and I'm ready to fire everybody. Starting right at the top. I'm tired of these young guys that lose them by 20 in the first quarter to the Philadelphia 76ers. You know what? As a fan, sometimes you just get ticked off. And I'm tired of it. I saw that Houston lost to New Orleans, the Pelicans. Anthony Davis was supposed to play today, but for some reason he didn't. I guess that finger's still injured or whatever. He was going to play. But New Orleans goes into Houston. They beat the Rockets. It helped out that James Harden was 11 for 32. That's 35%. So the Rockets lost, I guess, a big home game to New Orleans. Man, I don't even recognize the NBA anymore. Do you? Do you recognize the NBA? This is not our father's NBA. This isn't even our own NBA. Geez, 20 years ago, when we were in the prime of our lives, the NBA was fun. My goodness, what is going on with this league? Oklahoma City beat Orlando in Orlando. That was pretty terrible. Let's see. Russell Westbrook was 7 out of 12 and 8 out of 12 from the line, so he had 23 points, 14 assists, and 14 rebounds. Westbrook had a good game. Okay, that's a good game. He only took 12 shots from the field. That's why Oklahoma City won, right? Are you going to talk, or are you just going to snicker?
I'm snickering. Don't worry about that. Just keep on going.
What am I, talking to a one-man show here?
What made me laugh out of what you said, and I really didn't have any comment other than, okay, so we had a finger injury of sorts. And the first thing I thought of, he's got a hangnail. He can't.
Yeah, they had a long term for it.
Stop it.
They used a long
That's
medical. Yeah. They actually called it something. Supposedly, his finger injury is what prompted Rich Paul, his manager and LeBron's manager. It prompted them to say they wanted to trade because they didn't like the way they handled the injury.
Right.
And I'm going to come up with the injury right now. They were upset with the way that they handled the injury. It was a left index finger sprain, but for some reason when the team released it, they had the avuncular. I'm looking for it right now. Here it is, an avulsion fracture, a volar plate avulsion fracture. That's how the team released the injury, and apparently that ticked off Rich Paul, Anthony Davis, and the management team. They didn't like how they posed that. I don't understand. It's more of an injury of pain tolerance. They need to see the swelling go down and the range of motion increase. The guy's got a sprained finger, and they called it a volar plate avulsion fracture. What'd you call me? I'm not calling you that. If I was going to call you that,
Yeah, that's like red leather, yellow leather.
Yeah, that's good. Right?
Say that one 5 times fast.
Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Okay. That's 4. Red leather, yellow leather. Okay, that's right. Give yourself a round of applause.
Hey, Luther's watching. Hey, Luther, what's cracking, buddy?
Yeah, that's not
a round of applause. Something. Something.
That's not worthy of a round of applause. I'm sorry right now.
Then say it faster.
No, I'm not going to say it faster.
Our chia pet over there, I'll tell you what, that thing needs some water. That someone's going to have to wash it or do something over there because that chia pet's in big trouble. Anyway, go ahead.
Absolutely. So the NBA is in a shambles. What are we going to do with the NBA? How are we going to fix the NBA?
We're going to flush it down the toilet.
That's what we're going to do with the NBA.
it's going to flush it down the toilet because the NBA right now is a pretty poor product. Wouldn't you agree?
You know, I wouldn't have agreed with you 2 months ago at the start of it. Absolutely wouldn't have agreed. I was a big defender of the NBA, and I don't know, man. The last couple months, my point of view, my attitude has changed. I'm just not enjoying it.
I think what it is you're seeing what other people are seeing that are on the other side of the fence because we're used to a particular type of product, and we're not seeing that from the NBA. And it's and I always say it's a watered down product because I really believe it is. Now, earlier we had an interesting conversation. Tell everybody about that one.
Well, we talked with Ronnie Nunn, a 19-year NBA referee. Former referee. He refereed in the 90s, refereed many, many big NBA games. The 1996 All-Star Game, he refereed 4 NBA Finals games, and he also spent 5 years as a director of officiating for the NBA. So this guy's been around a long time. He had he was great. We talked about how difficult it is to referee guys like Shaq and some of the bigger players.
That was really interesting dialogue. Yeah. Go into that a little bit.
Some of the bigger players, and I asked him about refereeing Shaq because I've always felt that in every single play that Shaq was involved in, you could call a foul on Shaq and a foul on his defender. It's almost every play. Either Shaq's moving a guy out of the way with his massive 330-pound frame and his ridiculous athleticism.
370 pounds.
Well, but when he first started, he was just over 300. When he first got to the Lakers, he was about 320. And when he was in prime shape, about 325. But, when they would play the Sacramento Kings, the Kings had 3 or 4 6'10", 7-foot guys that they would throw at Shaq to do the hack-a-Shaq and everything. Right. And you could call a foul on Shaq on every single play, offensive foul. And you also could call a foul on his defender. So I was asking Ronnie Nunn, how do you call that game? And he just shined some, extreme, ridiculous, instinctive light on the subject when he said that you had to quickly learn when a player was bouncing off of Shaq just because of his girth and his frame, or when a player was actually trying to draw a foul. And you had to be able to see that as an official, and it's a split-second thing, but a good official would learn that. And that's why someone like Ronnie Nunn could referee for 19 years in the NBA. And that's why most of these referees, I think, are very good. Even though you can watch an NBA game and you could pull out 20 or 25 plays and go, that's not a foul, or that was a foul, that's not a foul. We don't have guys like Shaq right now. We don't have beasts down in the low post that are creating contact in every play. So it's a little bit easier game to referee because, like Ronnie Nunn said, he said it's on the perimeter. It's a perimeter game, and we're seeing that. I watched the Lakers the other night. They played the Phoenix Suns, who are just a terrible team, and they're missing a lot of their players, and the Lakers played well.
Well, here's a common theme. Hold that thought. How many of these teams right now are missing this player, that player, whatever player? My point is this. I think there is a commitment to conditioning issue that you're seeing in the NBA. There's too many injured players. Wouldn't you agree? Because let's face it, now we have an offensive league, and there's just not that many fouls really called. Not like we've seen in the past. It's not like the old days of defense. Now they're scoring 140, 150 points a game. It sure seems that way. So we're seeing lesser penalty or lesser fouls, I would think. Less contact, but we're seeing more injuries. What does that mean?
Well, I think that they're better conditioned now than they were 25 years ago. I mean, these guys.
But how do you explain the injuries then?
I don't know. It's the same thing with the baseball pitcher. Why are there so many arm injuries?
I can tell you that one.
I mean, the baseball pitchers train year round, and got arm injuries.
That's another show for the baseball injuries.
But I mean, there just seems to be more injuries now than there used to be years ago. I don't know. Maybe because they're holding guys out. Maybe because guys are making so much money, they'll skip 5 games because of that sprained finger that Anthony Davis has. He's going to miss 5 or 6 games with that finger. I mean, come on. I've seen Kobe Bryant play through ridiculous injuries in his 20 years. He blew his ankle out in the NBA Finals. He missed 1 game. They said that anyone else would have missed 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Like he just played through injuries. Some guys played through injuries.
Kobe was the end of that previous era.
Yeah, for sure.
He was the end where he played through pain. Jordan played through conference finals and whatnot with 103 plus degree fever, blah, blah, blah. I mean, sick, throwing up in between timeouts and whatever. But those guys back then, they played. These guys don't leave it all on the court because they're too worried about their money. too worried about their stacks. Well, I don't want to play because I may hurt myself even more, blah, blah, blah.
They're worried about their legacy, too.
They're worried.
I hear this term
They're
legacy
worried
all
about
the
that.
time.
They're worried about stats. It's legacy, and this is all. Give the big boo. It's a bunch of garbage.
The legacy thing shouldn't be. That's something that the media will lay on you when your career's done. I mean, someone like Willie Mays had a legacy. I mean, these guys are ridiculous with this legacy thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, look at it this way. Tommy, this is a different era. And you and I grew up in a different era watching people that were committed to the games that they loved, that they just happened to get paid to play. Nowadays, they play the games that pay them because that's where the love is, and it's not for the love of the game, it's for the love of the paycheck.
Yeah, and they also make so much money off the court just with their
It just doesn't make
deal.
sense,
they make
right?
so much money.
And it wipes out their salary. It doesn't even matter.
They could live off of their shoe contract.
Oh, yeah.
They don't even need the set. They don't need the contract. They're making so much money off their deal. It's just, listen, the NBA is.
They're only playing to go through the motions to keep those contracts in place.
And we talked about this earlier. One of the biggest thing that bothers me with Anthony Davis coming out asking for a trade now is that we're going to have to hear about this trade at least until the offseason. And then if they don't trade him this offseason because they don't have to, this might be a year talk of proposed trades for Anthony Davis. And I'm already at a point right now where I don't even care. I'm a Lakers fan. I don't even want him. I don't care. I don't want him. Keep him over in New Orleans or trade him to Denver or whatever. Trade him to Charlotte. I don't care. He's picking his team. Anthony Davis and his management team, they're picking the next team that he's playing for. I've had enough of that, man.
Hey,
just give me another pool.
Hey, Jose, what's going on, buddy? Jose and Luther watching us on Facebook Live. Look, the NBA is driving people away, and guess what? And there it goes, and there go the fingers. We like the fingers. Chop them off. Get rid of every one of them. Yes. But the fact is, you're going to become more of a hockey fan by default because the NBA is frustrating at this point.
It's very frustrating. I'm very disappointed in the NBA. And
you can hear it, man. You feel like the air's been let out of your sails.
Yeah, and I've been.
Someone slashed your tires.
I'm a big LeBron fan. I've always supported LeBron, and I've always felt like he took too much heat for that bad thing that he did when he left Cleveland the first time, and he did the decision and said, "I'm taking my talents to South Beach or whatever." That one line just caused so much trouble for him. He took so much heat for that. But now I'm kind of over him. I mean, he's in LA, and I don't know.
But he got what he wanted. He came to LA to do what? To make $1 billion. He didn't come there to play basketball. That's the avenue for him to make his $1 billion.
He's still great.
He's still a great player.
I still like watching him play, but yeah, I'm just over it. I'm just so right now. I'm over all of this stuff with these guys, and I want teams to grow and develop. Just like we talk about college sports, I want teams to grow and develop. I want to see a good team.
I want to see some allegiance from these players. I don't want to see them jump from team to team to team. I mean, it's rather exhausting as a fan. It's hard to have allegiance to a club when you know, for example, the Clippers, when all those years, the Clippers, they would develop talent, get rid of the talent. Why? Because Sterling made money that way. And the Yankees, they develop talent in their minor league system, then they deal them off and they buy them back if they succeeded at the pro level. Or at least at the major league level.
Well, the Yankees were built on free agents, but that's changed. They don't get the free agents anymore. They're changing their business model. It's making my dad crazy. He wants every free agent that's available.
Yeah, your dad's that guy.
Well, he still thinks that everyone's going to be Reggie Jackson. He lives in that. They signed Reggie Jackson. He got every big hit for 2 years. So that's what he wants. And I tell him, you already got great players.
Well, your dad's going to have to pick another team. And guess what, folks? We're going to be back here in, I don't know, a couple of minutes or so. We got a lot more to talk about, and I think we're pretty much done with this basketball, at least on the pro level, aren't we?
Yeah.
Can we just call it a day with the pro basketball?
We can talk some college hoops. Yeah.
All right, folks, we're going to be back here. Make sure you check us out at placeyourbet.vegas. And everybody listening in on iHeartRadio and KSHP 1400, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm tired of the NBA too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We've already beat it to death.
I know. I'm tired of those fuckers. Yeah, hey, what's going on?
Sometimes we agree with shit. Sometimes we don't agree with shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But the NBA is.
So, Mark.
The NBA can kiss my patootie.
Yes. All right. Hey, how's this look? What do you think? Huh? One ear up, one ear down. All right. All right, Jose. Yeah, Jose, we already covered the AD to the Laker crap like everybody else on the fucking planet. They've already talked about Anthony Davis talking fucking puke coat hangers. Sick to death of this stuff.
It's got to be a little different, a little bit compelling, got to be a little thought-provoking. We need a little something more here. You know what I mean? So, guess what? Enough of this. The NBA is very disappointing. It is. Almost as disappointing as these dark circles under my eyes. It's because I stay up late thinking of comedy. What are you doing? Leave these guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn the camera. There they are. What are you doing? Hey!
Yeah, this guy's a real weirdo.
Hey! What are you doing?
How you doing?
Hey! Close the door! These guys. Oh my god, it's a fucking circus in here. What? Alright, what do we got here? That comes with wisdom, Jose says. Attaboy. Let's ask Nate Schmidt about this. See if our Schmidtsicle could talk a little bit of that. Peace of mind is just a call away. That's for Legal Shield. Call 213-245-1305. NoCourt.us. It's just for some. Oh, just. We're trying to entertain everybody here. All right. All right, let's turn it back.
22 points in the fucking first half.
All right. Jose's with us right now. Big hello to Jose.
Hey, Jose, what's up?
What up, money? How's the Sunday gig going? We got 3 people watching right now. Quick, let's go to Nate. Oh, Nate's not saying much. Well, I'll tell you what. Nate's got luggage under his eyes too. Look at the luggage under the eyes right there, right? So Nate and I have something in common. Because look at the luggage under the eyes. Right, I'll be in big trouble if I'm trying to check bags on the airplane. Oh! All right, here we go. You got the... Hey, there's the American Business Trust Company commercial. Did you memorize it?
Yeah.
All right, good deal. Dude, you're coming down from your coffee.
Okay, so...
You ready?
Here we go.
Oh, no, it's my promo. Hey, listen to this, folks.
Join me and celebrity guests for Havoc and Mayhem weekdays at 5 p.m. here on KSHP 1400. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day.
I'm gonna give it everything that I got. Lady love, please let the dice stay hot. Let me shoot a 7 with every shot. Viva Las Vegas. All right,
Welcome
here we
back
go.
to Place Your Bet. This segment is brought to you by the American Business Trust Company, helping your company with business strategy, sales and marketing, capital resources, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea, and the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. Visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's ABTRUSTCO.com, or call 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. Okay, so we're into the second day of Super Bowl week. It's a big week now, and it officially kicked off last night with what they called opening night of Super Bowl week. They had to steal a line from baseball. There used to be opening day of baseball. That was always the big day. It's always the Cincinnati Reds used to do opening day.
Right. That would be the big red machine.
Now we have opening night of Super Bowl week, and then of course we have all of the Super Bowl chatter. And I like some of it. You know, Tom Brady gets criticized a lot. He's in his 9th Super Bowl, and he won 5 out of the first
ridiculous.
8. And he gets
Well, hey,
criticized.
look, his record's better than LeBron's.
Well, LeBron is 3-5.
I know, he's 5-3.
Or is LeBron
No,
3
LeBron's
and 6?
3-6.
Yeah, he's 3 and 6.
And this guy's
yeah.
5-3 in Super Bowls.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. And so Brady has been criticized by Nickel Roby, right?
Right.
The cornerback. And I just found this out today. Brady's been in 8 Super Bowls. Nickel Roby has 6 starts in the NFL in his entire career.
What a blithering idiot!
This guy, he said that Brady is losing it. He doesn't have it anymore. So, I mean, I don't understand why someone would even talk about Tom Brady. Why would they even waste their time?
Well, he's doing it just to get attention. That's all he's doing. He thinks he's going to get in his head. Are you kidding me?
But he's in the Super Bowl. He's already getting attention. How much more do you want?
Well, because he's not getting enough attention.
Oh, my good. He's the guy that committed the pass interference in the last game.
Right. Exactly. What he ought to do is
what, is he addicted to negative attention all of a sudden?
He just shut his mouth. Well, he's probably saying, hey, any publicity is good publicity, right? But at the end of the day, this guy needs to shut his ass because all he's going to do is he's going to get lit up and torched in the Super Bowl. And don't think for a second that Brady's not going to go to his side because you know damn well he's going to.
Well, first of all, we don't even know how much he's going to play because he's not a starting cornerback. I think he's one of the nickel guys. Whatever.
Well, wherever he's at on the field, you could guarantee the ball's going to go there.
The other thing is, I got respect for the guy for making it to a Super Bowl, even though he's kind of the guy that cheated to get his team there. But whatever. I mean, he got beat on that play.
Of course, he got beat.
He blew the game.
He was out of position, and he even said he had to take him out because he knew that if that ball was caught, it would have been a touchdown. He had to take him out. That was his job. But he was out of position in the first place.
He got beat. I mean, So he's the guy critiquing Brady. Brady gets a lot of criticism, though.
He gets a lot of heat, and I think a lot of it is unjust.
I do, too. I don't see a big problem with Brady. He's been a fantastic player for so long.
Right. He's a plug-and-play guy. It doesn't matter who you put out there. This guy's going to get you to the Super Bowl.
And
I mean, this is ninth Super Bowl, for Christ's sake.
18 years.
His ninth. Folks, let that sink in for a minute. His ninth Super Bowl. That is
a quarterback.
It's crazy.
Joe Montana played in 4. He was undefeated.
Dude,
4-0.
Ninth Super Bowl. That's
than 2.
Crazy.
Yes. He's got the most Super Bowl wins, 5. He beat out Montana and Terry Bradshaw. They were both 4-0.
4, yeah, right.
I mean, it's great that they were 4-0. I mean, Tom Brady didn't get to go undefeated.
Yeah, but Bradshaw wasn't a very good quarterback, though.
I didn't think so, but he's in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. I never thought he was a fantastic quarterback either.
No, he wasn't.
I still don't
very
think
good.
he can spell cat.
Oh, maybe he can.
I don't know. What did Thomas Hollywood Henderson say? You could spot him the C and the A, and he still wouldn't be able to spell cat. Remember that?
Hollywood Henderson, yeah.
Hollywood Henderson. Hollywood survived,
Yeah, he did.
He survived a bad drug problem, and he actually won a lottery. He won the California State Lottery.
Give him a round of applause for that.
Hollywood. What a life that guy's had.
Talk about a roller coaster.
He was drafted out of Langston State College, some little no-name college.
Right.
Made it to the Cowboys in the 70s. Made it to Super Bowls. He actually returned a kickoff for a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Which is, of course, the death sentence to the game.
No, not in the Super Bowl he didn't. In the Super Bowl, they did a reverse on the kickoff, and he returned it 50 yards, and he was tackled by Roy Jarella, the kicker, and I think he broke the kicker's ribs when the kicker tackled him.
Right.
So the kicker had to kick the rest of the game with broken ribs. But unlike the guy for Seattle this year when he tore his hamstring, Jarella still kicked with broken ribs.
Yeah, well, Janikowski's also 104 years old.
And he's 350 pounds.
I know. He hasn't missed a meal in quite some time.
Jeez. Let me tell you, Si, I've said this 3 weeks now.
Guys, he's built like my little dog, Hula Kalua. He's got a barrel body, barrel body belly.
If you attempt a field goal and you tear your hamstring enough that you crumple to the ground, you shouldn't be calling yourself a professional athlete. Because I could go out there right now and take a shot at a 50-yard field goal. I'm not saying I'll make it, but I won't tear my hamstring.
Well, that's because you're doing these tree poses and Mr. Atlas poses, and you're balancing stuff on your head.
I can do a handstand in the whole 9 yards. Yeah, no,
do it right now. Let me see the handstand right now. Let's do it right now. Let me see the handstand. Come on, man. What do you got? Everybody on Facebook Live is going to see Tommy T do a handstand.
If you come to my class tomorrow at 12 o'clock, you'll see me do a handstand in Greg's class.
I want to see it right here.
I'm not doing a handstand.
I want to see it right here. Come on.
That's how you get injured. Showing off you do a handstand.
Oh, I'm going to get injured doing a handstand, but I do the handstands every day, so I'm going to get injured here.
No, I don't do it every day.
Come on, man! Get over there and do it right now.
No way. I'm not doing a handstand.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to.
No way.
Get over there and do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
I could do a handstand, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to
I'll
show
tell you
off
one
in front of
thing.
anybody.
Sal the Bookmaker could pick winners while he's doing a handstand.
Hey, don't worry
He's
about
48
that.
48-4. I'm on the placeyourbet.vegas site right now. What an incredible website you built here. You've got 48 winners, and you built a website. And you direct the Facebook Live, the daily shoot on Facebook Live. You're a maniac.
I am a maniac.
Sal the Bookmaker is a maniac. I'll tell you right now. Look at this. Look at these pictures of us. We look like a couple of mafia guys. You also got us on the iHeartRADIO.
That's right.
All right. I'll give you a round of applause.
That was just after the first month.
That's ridiculous. You know what? I'm going to go all the way with this one. There you go.
Oh, here he goes.
There you go. I'll give you the gong.
There's your gong. Now get your ass over the corner and do the handstand.
Handstand in here.
Why?
No, because you gotta.
Dude, you got room. Look at the room, folks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pan you around the building. Look at that.
No way.
Plenty of room. Look at this. Oh, you got plenty of room here. You got a wall here. You can brace yourself against.
Say good night to the bad guy.
Pure Edward Bellamar. Dude, get over there and do it.
You're crazy. You do a handstand. Oh, the Lakers cut it to 11. Okay.
I don't do handstands.
You don't do hands. You do tree poses.
I don't do any of that.
How about crescent pose? Or as my yoga teacher would say, croissant.
No, I like
Croissant.
croissants. I like that.
No, you're talking about croissants.
Whatever. I like that too.
What is it? No,
I'm thinking of the crescent almond cookies.
How do you turn yoga into food? Come on. How do you do that?
It sounds like yogurt. I'm thinking yogurt, food. Now you got me going with cookies. I can't help myself.
Let me ask you something. What about your workout?
Look at there it is. Tommy should do a headstand. Do a handstand right now. They're asking for it. They're begging for it.
Tommy can't do a handstand.
You just said you could.
I misrepresented myself.
So you.
Yeah. I was.
Come on, Fonzie. I misrepresented
No, we're not starting
myself. A car. No, this is Tommy saying he was wrong.
I was wrong. I can't do a handstand. I take it back. I can't do a handstand.
All right. How about a tree they're asking for? Now, you did a tree earlier.
I can do it. I don't want to.
You did it earlier in Dunkin' Donuts.
I don't want to do a yoga pose on
Why?
place your bet.
It doesn't matter. You took a picture there. Everybody already sees your picture from Dunkin' Donuts doing a tree thing. Now do it live.
How do they see my picture?
Because I posted it. Oh, and by the way, now they're asking for the warrior. Get to it.
What warrior?
It's a warrior pose.
Who's
whatever.
They?
The fans, the people watching on Facebook Live. I don't even know. I'm not making it up. It's right there.
Who said, let's see a warrior? Who is that? Warrior. Was it Lou?
Warrior and then tree. Do it. Do it right now.
Who was that? Lou?
Yeah, it was Lou the Wrench.
Well, let me see who that is.
Lou the Wrench.
It's a great name.
That's a great name.
Lou the Wrench is a great name. Hey, so can we talk some college basketball
after
for
you
real?
do the pose?
What pose do I got to do?
Warrior and tree.
Me. Oh my
All right, here
God.
he goes.
All right.
Hey, give yourself a big round of applause for having the gonads to do it.
I got to do.
Attaboy. All right, everybody that's listening on the radio right now, sorry you can't see. No, you got to do it over here.
What?
Because I can't see nothing. You got to do it right here. That doesn't count. No, you got to do it over here.
All right, I'll do it over there.
Take the headphones off. You don't need them on.
It's better if I do them with the headphones on. Can I turn this mic on?
Dude, you don't need to turn the mic on. Just do it. And there he goes. Now put that ankle up over your head. Ta-da! Okay, now do the other one.
What's the other one?
The warrior.
King Dancer?
Well, yeah, do that one too. Do the war. All right. And which one is this? That's the dancer one?
It's King Dancer.
King Dancer. Perfect. All right, now do this warrior one.
The warrior's just this.
Well, dude, you're too close. You look like the Silver Surfer. All right, now sit.
And this is croissant.
What? All right, go get me a croissant. Perfect. Okay. Now sit. Roll over. Bark like a dog. He does whatever you tell him to, folks. Just. All right, put your mic back on. We are entertaining as well as knowledgeable about sports. That's what we do here. Everybody listening in on iHeartRadio and KSHP. Listen, make sure you follow us on Facebook. Go to placeyourbet.vegas. Click on the link. You can follow us on Facebook as well, and you'll be able to see these ridiculous acts and feats of strength and death-defying acts.
I've done
by
over
Tommy
1,000 yoga classes. I just want you to know.
Congratulations.
1,000 yoga classes.
All right.
And that's all I could do are those three poses.
Guess what? I could probably do none of those, and I haven't done any yoga classes.
Well, what workout do you do? Like, do you go to the gym, or what do you like? Do you walk? Like, what exercise do you do right now?
I walk tiki and hula. Actually,
That's
I walk tiki every day.
Right now.
I walk tiki and good kitty.
How are you supposed to beat me in one-on-one if you don't even exercise? How are you supposed to get up and down a
We're
court?
going bowling tomorrow.
Well,
it's Wednesday. You said you're going bowling.
Yeah, but I don't know about tomorrow. Maybe Thursday.
No. You already said you committed to tomorrow.
Okay, well, let me see. Tomorrow. Okay, after 12 I can go bowling.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Like around 2 or 3 I can go bowling.
How about 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock, yes.
All right, 2
Where
o'clock.
are we bowling?
Don't worry about that. We're going to go. Hey, folks, if you want to meet us over at the Gold Coast. So we're going to go bowling at the Gold Coast. It's going to be the Place Your Bet Bowling Bonanza.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we're going to Sportsbook and we'll follow the money.
We can check that out,
Right?
too.
We can check out the money.
Right, 'cause that's what I do. Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic.
We'll take a look. We'll see if anyone's doing any action over there.
Now, I'm not a very good bowler, though.
Neither am I.
You know,
Don't worry
not-
about it.
Like, I think to be a good bowler, you got to be able to smoke and drink beers while you bowl. I don't do that.
I don't know. Rodney Dangerfield walked up to the dice table that I was playing at, and he walked up with bowling shoes on, polyester pants, a bowling shirt, a beer in one hand, cigarette in the other. Hey, what's going on? Let's play some dice here.
That's great.
That's exactly what he did.
Fantastic. Did he really have bowling shoes on,
Yeah,
or were they
he did.
just regular shoes?
No, he did his bit. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, and this guy was still toasted and drunk over at the Bally's.
Okay.
Yeah. So my
All right.
brother and I played dice with Rodney for about an hour.
So he's
great.
fun to play dice with?
That was a riot.
That's fantastic. Wow.
Yeah, and it was just Rodney and my brother and me, we're just cracking jokes the whole time.
You know,
It
I
was going both ways.
saw Rodney's last performance, and it wasn't on television or anything. He was at the Laugh Factory. I was up in the balcony. I did a set earlier in the night.
What were you doing in the balcony?
And well, that's where the comics would hang out. They would
Oh,
go.
no, you
that's
killed
where
it. No, you killed it, man. Well, you're in the balcony. Think about the balcony and everything that goes along with the balcony. At a movie theater and this and that. Come on, man. What were you doing in the balcony?
It was the green room for the
I
comics.
know.
I don't know where you're going. I'm telling you that I saw Rodney's last show. He had his wife up in the balcony.
All right, now we're getting somewhere. His wife was up there.
Telling
'Cause,
the jokes in the radio. And
Everybody
he had an
else,
earpiece.
everybody else does his wife in his jokes.
Everyone does his what?
His wife in his jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think this was a new wife. It was a young wife.
Like I said, everybody does his wife.
He was
in his
also
jokes.
at a movie premiere. I saw him in a movie premiere. This is great. He was at, I think it was at the Hoffa movie premiere or something.
Is there a Fred Flintstone pose?
What is a Fred Flintstone pose?
In the whole yoga thing?
No, I'd never heard of a
I was
Fred
just
Flintstone
wondering.
pose.
No, you're the Fred Flintstone bowling guy.
The my ball. I got a Fred Flintstone ball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, say that 10 times fast.
Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, see, that's not easy. That's not easy,
This guy.
right? It's not easy, is it?
Fred Flintstone.
Yeah.
Fred Flintstone. I just did a 5.
You said Fred Flintstone.
Don't worry about that. Keep on
And
going.
You said it. You whispered it. Yeah. No, my. You know who's a good bowler is the girl. Jinju, she's a good bowler.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Betty Rubble. Or...
No, Jinju is a good bowler. Jinju has her own ball and her own bowling shoes. She used to be in a bowling league.
Well, just
when
because
she
you
was
got
a
your own
dancer.
ball and shoes doesn't mean that you're a good bowler.
Start. It's a start. At least she's bowled.
It just means you're ready. That's all.
I can't. I mean, I try to grab every single ball into place.
Well, and that's why I said stay out of the men's locker room.
I knew you were going there. I knew it. Hey, listen.
It just had to be there.
Okay, you got the temperature down to 50 degrees. Can we kill it?
You're the one that turned it on. What the hell are you talking
No,
about?
but usually we only need it on for one segment. We don't need it on for 2 segments.
Why are you getting a little
freezing?
Are you peeking up through your shirt?
No, I'm hurting. We gotta listen. We got another minute and a half.
I'll change it at the break. Don't worry about that.
I'm really glad that we got college basketball in on this break. That's fantastic.
Hey, listen, bowling is more important, and so are your things that you did over there.
Okay, all right. You're happy with it? You're happy with this segment?
It got
it's
me
a very
thinking.
Unusual segment for Place Your Bet.
Why are we worried about that?
I'm not worried about it.
Hey, listen, we're entertaining. That's all right, folks. That means 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yes,
Do it again.
1:30,
There's the one, and the fist is 30 seconds.
That means up yours.
And that means that.
Okay.
All right. Don't be cussing here on this radio station.
But you cussed up
But
a
I'm
storm.
telling Ma.
You cussed up a
This
storm.
guy. Don't worry about that. All right. In the last
64 to
minute here.
53 at the half.
All right. Thanks for the scoreboard update. So where do you want to go in the next segment with college basketball? Give a preview of that in 30 seconds.
I want to talk about the Villanova Wildcats, how they turned it around. They had a bad start to the season. They lose to Furman. They lost a couple.
Hey, Furman's a good club. Don't go selling them short.
Well, it's not the kind of team you think would be beating Villanova.
No, that
so I want
you
to talk
think.
about that. How do you know?
Don't worry about that.
How do you know?
I know.
How do you know?
I know.
How do you
Folks,
know?
we'll be back here in just a few minutes. Here on Place Your Bet. Lots more to come. Don't go anywhere.
You're nuts.
That's fucking ridiculous. Hello? Give me the...
No wrong buttons hit. Everything's running smoothly. Right? Get your Kelly Vegas thing there.
All right, there it is.
I can't just do a handstand on cue because I got that bad shoulder. I got a torn labrum.
Oh, yeah.
To do it, I have to be warmed up, and I have to I just can't throw up and do that.
Okay.
I got a torn labrum in my shoulder. You know that.
Yeah, I know. Hey, listen, I got shoulder problems too, amigo.
I know. So you can't just you can't just take a football and throw it across the room, right? You got to warm up.
Well, I still probably couldn't anyway because it would hurt. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like a knife
a knife right in the, here, I'll turn this around so everybody can see. It's right there. It's like somebody stuck a knife right into my shoulder. It hurts after throwing 6, 7 times. And if I don't warm up at all, it's going to hurt after the first one. All right. All right, good deal. We still have one viewer. Hey!
So I think Luther checks in with us all the time now.
Well, Luther was only there right at the very beginning.
Yeah.
He just said, hey, fellas, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay, you're on in 30
Yeah, I got
seconds,
it.
40 seconds.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, wait.
All right.
So I don't want to alarm you or nothing, but Kentucky is on the road back to the top.
Why? And let's save that for on air.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I think it's going to alarm me. What do you think of my nice high hat? Perfect. All right. Peace of mind is just a call away. That's for Legal Shield. Call 213-245-1305 or visit them nocourt.us. And not justice for some. Okay, here we go. Beep. Yes! Yes! All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Okay, folks, welcome back to Place Your Bet. I'm Sal The Bookmaker. This segment is brought to you by Kelly Vegas, helping people just like you create and host your very own radio, TV, or multimedia talk show. Kelly Vegas can help you with everything you need to get out of sitting in hours of traffic and into your own studio and doing your own talk show. How you like them apples? Call Kelly Vegas right now, 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. Again, 949-445-1119. Or visit them at CaliVegas.com. That's CALI Vegas.com. And tell them Place Your Bet sent you.
Very good.
Also, a big welcome to everybody listening in on iHeartRADIO and KSHP 1400 right here in Las Vegas, as well as everybody watching on Facebook Live. Go ahead.
You know, we talk about college sports and how, there's always the underdog can pull it out in college basketball. It's one of the things that you love about college basketball is anyone can win. I'm looking at the top 15, the top 20 right now. It's all the same teams. I mean, Tennessee's a newcomer, but they got Rick Barnes coaching now. Rick Barnes coached Texas for years and did a tremendous job, and they forced him out, and they got Shaka Smart in there at Texas, and Texas is nowhere to be seen. But Rick Barnes has Tennessee #1 in the nation right now. They're 18-1.
You think Shaka's got a kid named Laka?
No. Shaka Laka?
Yeah.
That's funny, knucklehead. No, but I heard that Shaka's middle name is Laka,
That's great.
right?
Is his nickname Boom? So Boom Shakalaka? I love that song.
Here's the thing. We got Duke, we got Virginia, we got Gonzaga, Michigan State, Kentucky. Nevada's a newcomer to the top 10.
No, they're not.
Playing UNLV.
They've been there all year.
I know, but I'm saying in the last couple of years, they're not normally in the top 10.
They returned everybody. Those guys are good.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good. They're going to play They're playing UNLV tonight. They're going to lose tonight to UNLV.
They're going to smash UNLV.
They're going to lose to UNLV.
UNLV smells.
UNLV's not that bad. They're playing very well.
Buddy,
They're playing good ball.
Smell.
They're not playing right now. They're down 22-10, but UNLV
Yes! I don't even know what the line was, but they will destroy UNLV.
UNLV does not stink.
Dude, you don't understand this. Reno, UNR is really good.
They're really good.
Those guys are a bona fide 5 or 6 in the rankings.
The line is 10.5, and UNLV's at home.
They're going to beat the spread.
The problem is UNLV doesn't have a good home following. The fans, the kids don't go to the games.
This is about talent. They are completely outmatched, and there is no way that UNLV belongs on the court. They're going to lose by 30 at home.
They're not. They're down by 15 at half.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
I don't even know what the score. I know nothing about it, but I just know that is really David and Goliath.
Well, a couple teams are coming back. Kentucky's moved back into the top 10. They had a rough start. They lost 3 games early on, but they're hot and they're playing a lot better. Michigan State, they had a big 9 or 10 game winning streak.
They just got their asses kicked by Purdue.
Yeah, they just got. Well, Purdue's beat a couple teams.
And
Purdue's
it was
good.
at Michigan State.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay, it was. Okay, yeah. Kansas is struggling. Kansas lost today to Texas.
Well, here's an interesting thing.
Shakalaka Smart beat Kansas today.
Okay, so on Sunday, You had remember that Purdue Iowa game we talked about before?
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
Okay, we had almost the identical situation. We had Iowa going into unranked Minnesota, and what did Iowa do? Iowa laid an egg at Minnesota.
So Iowa's not in the top 25 anymore.
Well, they were in the top 25 going in, but guess what? They laid an egg, and this is exactly what happens to teams like Iowa. When you are a ranked...
Oh, they're 25 in the coaches' poll still.
They're still 25.
Yeah.
You're ranked going in, and you're a dog going into the other house when the other team is unranked.
Well, also, those conference games are tough. I mean, even
Big Ten's tough, man.
The Big Ten's tough. You know, they all have good players, and, you know, even the teams that are 10 or 12 losses are still tough to beat in Minnesota, right?
I mean, look, every year you have the ACC Big Ten Challenge, and those games...
They usually split them down the middle.
They usually split them, exactly. Yeah. It's almost split down the middle for the history of the tournament, which is going on for 10 years or something like that? That's a lot of games played. They played 100 games.
The question is now, does Duke with those freshmen, it's a pure freshman team.
It's not pure freshman.
Well, they have a couple guys
upperclassmen,
but they're not very good. That guy Jack White or whatever.
Jack is pretty good.
He was 0 for 10 against Syracuse.
In one game.
Whoa.
Big damn deal.
0 for 10 is 0 for 10.
That's one game.
We'll put it this way.
Get over it. That's one game.
If he was on a boat in the middle of the ocean, he would have missed the water.
Okay.
So that's how bad he was.
Do we have the crickets button?
That's how bad he was.
Where's the crickets?
That's
He had one bad game. Big deal.
He's had more than one bad game.
Aren't you entitled to a bad game?
No, I mean...
Why? You've had bad days on the radio, just like I have.
Who else is
We've had bad days on the radio, haven't we?
Sure, a lot more than one.
All right.
Over here.
All right. Well, that's my point. So that doesn't mean that you stink. It just means you've had a bad day.
I didn't say he stunk.
You just said he stunk.
I didn't say
yes, you did. Oh, he's no good.
He's no good. Yeah, he said he's no good.
Exactly.
Gonzaga beat Duke already once. Now, if they meet again in March Madness in the big tournament, do they beat him again?
Why do you ask me this question? You already know where I'm going with this.
Can they beat him again?
Can Duke beat themselves again? Because really, Duke beat themselves in that game.
Did they beat themselves? They didn't beat themselves against Syracuse.
They failed at the charity stripe. No, they were 2 players injured in that game against Syracuse.
Yes, they were minus 2 players.
Right.
They lost their guard early on in the game, and then there was
Jones was gone, and Reddish was gone. That's what it was.
I don't know him.
Right.
Is that Cam Reddish?
Reddish is a hell of a player.
Is he? What position does he play?
He's a forward.
Okay.
Wait. No, he's a 2 guard.
Because all of their guys are like the same size. I didn't know that Zion was only 6'6".
Yeah, 6'7".
Is he 6'7"?
6'7" with a 44 vertical or something like that.
I heard it was even more than that.
Something crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, damn. Nevada's up by 19 now.
I saw
UNLV.
Zion blocked a shot, and his whole hand.
I saw that.
Was above the box.
Yeah.
On the glass.
Yeah, the guy's an incredible athlete.
That's insane. I mean, he is an argument as to why they need to raise the hoop.
Yeah. Well, he is
just a freak of nature.
What Jim Boeheim said, that he's just like Charles Barkley, only he's a better shooter and he's not as fat.
Right. But he jumps bigger too.
Charles Barkley was an incredible athlete.
But he didn't jump like Zion does.
He jumped pretty high.
Very few people jump like Zion does.
No one jumps like Zion.
That guy is a madman.
The last guy that jumped like Zion was Daryl Griffith. You don't remember him, do
I think
you?
the last guy that jumped like Zion was Spud Webb.
Spud Webb could jump.
Yeah.
Didn't Spud Webb win the dunk contest?
Yeah. I think they gave it to him because of his miniature size.
He's 5'6", throwing it down from every which way.
But that's my point. So he had big hops like Spud. That's where I was going with it.
It's a perfect nickname for him too, right?
Right.
And then the other little guy's nickname was Muggsy.
Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah.
Right.
We interviewed Muggsy Bogues when I did the show, The Sport Jerks on Comedy Central. We had Muggsy Bogues in a park and we were playing Frisbee with him. And the producers wanted me to throw it over his head.
Yeah, but he can still jump and get it anyway.
I thought that was a low, cheap blow. I wasn't going to throw the Frisbee over his head just to denote how short he was.
Right.
He's only 5'4", 5'3".
All right, so you mentioned Comedy Central, and you do stand-up work here in town, don't you?
Yeah, I'm a stand-up comedian, and I did a lot of shows. I was a writer in Los Angeles for years and years. So I wrote a lot of shows. I wrote on Kevin Hart's first sitcom. I wrote on The Boondocks, which was a critically acclaimed animated show based on the comic strip by Aaron Magruder.
So you were a writer, and you wrote in a room with how many other writers?
Well, the Boondocks, there were 6. The Kevin Hart show, there was 10 to 12.
How do they select whose material gets selected? to be on the show?
Well, first of all, each writer is assigned a script. So a writer writes the script for that particular episode, and then once you write the script, you basically table it. So you bring it in, and then the entire room has the script, and so then you basically you take it apart. If it's not good, you critique it, and then you start punching it up. So all the writers,
what does that mean? Punching it up.
Punching it up means that you have to tag a joke, or you have to write a new joke for something, a particular section of the script isn't that funny, so then everyone starts throwing in different jokes for something like that. For instance, there was one sequence where the family, Kevin Hart's family, was driving back from a vacation. They took a car trip on a vacation, and one of the jokes, you had to talk about how awful it was, how long it took. And, so you're tagging jokes, and everyone's throwing in a joke. And one of the jokes, I said it took so long that they had to buy CJ 2 new pairs of shoes because his feet grew. It was like that, and that joke made it to the show. It made it on
do you
stage.
get credits for that?
Well, you get it.
Are you on the crawl after the?
Of course.
Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
Absolutely, of course.
So how many films have you done this for?
So, well, you get a credit, like a producer credit.
Mm-hmm.
That one I was just staff writer. But I actually wrote one of the episodes. So one of my episodes was produced. And on the Boondocks, I was a story editor. So each level of writer has a different credit. So, you'll see, when you watch a TV show, you'll see all these producers, executive producer, co-executive producer. Those are all writers. That's just what the credit is, but they're all writers. And you see executive story editor, you see story editor. They're all different levels, different tiers of writers, all the way down to the bottom where it says staff writer. And that's the lowest level. And I made it up to executive story editor. And, it's a great, it's a lot of fun.
Attaboy.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
For all those people that don't know about Tommy T, Tommy does comedy. He's a comedy writer. He also has a short sitcom, if you will, right?
I am short.
It's called I know you're short. Well, let's face it, you don't set the bar very high now, do you? Everybody's taller than you.
Yes.
But the fact is, you also write this Mob Men series, too.
Yeah, we created, that was an original. We created the Mob Men series as a YouTube series, 3 seasons on YouTube. And you catch that on Mob Men TV. But that was one of my favorites because that was basically The Sopranos meets the Three Stooges.
And it's basically like a couple, 2-3 minutes apiece for each little episode?
Yeah, and it's fantastic.
It's like a short story.
Some of the best work that we did. Yeah.
Right, like a short story, but for film.
Yeah, you go on Mob Men TV and watch the Santa Claus video. It's one of my favorites. But that's we basically took The Sopranos, the tough guys like Paulie and Silvio and Christopher. We basically depicted those tough guys, and we just got in all kinds of trouble like the Three Stooges. It was a lot of fun. The Mob Men's a lot of fun.
That's good stuff,
Yeah.
man.
And
This way everybody gets to learn a little bit more about Tommy T because he's always over there pushing buttons.
Well, Sal's taught me how to be an engineer, and you're teaching me the radio business because, as everyone knows, that you're Sal the Bookmaker here, but you're Sal the ringleader.
Ringmaster, that is.
Well, I like to call you the ring leader, too. You lead the rings. The ringmaster is a little... what is that? What's a ringmaster in your kitchen?
Well, it's not the guy that works at the bait and tackle shop.
Okay. That's okay. It's terrible. Took me a minute to figure that
Come
one
on,
out.
man. Got to be a little quicker than that.
Took me a minute to figure that one out. No, it's not that guy.
No,
right?
we have a 5 p.m. show right here in Las Vegas and also from New York all the way to Honolulu.
Yeah, so
Carried
you're
over
on
CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates, as well as NBC News, CNBC Financial, ABC News, Westwood One News, and U.S. Radio News as well.
So is that a nationally syndicated show? Is
It
that
is.
how that's talked about? Yes.
It is.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Here, we're just broadcast through the parking lot here at AM 1400 KSHP Las Vegas, right?
We're in the lot, but we're also on iHeartRADIO as well.
iHeartRADIO is fantastic, and also we have a Facebook Live. It's an episodic that runs daily, and yours,
That's a big word for the Raider fans.
which is what?
Episodic?
Episodic,
What
yes.
does episodic mean for the Raider fans?
It means every day there's a new episode.
Okay, there's supposed to be a
Yes.
joke tied to it. Because the Raider fans typically aren't the smartest
I
or
don't-
sharpest knives in the drawer.
I don't want to cut the Raider fans out right now because
I'm
the
not
Raiders
cutting
are
them
coming
out.
to
I'm
town,
I'm calling it like it is.
Maybe
That's
Sal
all.
and Tommy end up running the Raiders pregame show, and if we keep
Maybe we
bagging
do.
on them,
I'm going to keep ripping them because I can.
Until they prove otherwise, I'm going to keep doing it because that's what I do.
you rip on people. You don't like the UNLV basketball team either. You don't like Marvin Menzies.
What'd you call me?
I called you a Menzies.
No.
You don't like
No,
Marvin Menzies.
I don't. Me personally, I don't support UNLV athletics. Me
Yes,
personally,
you
that's
don't-
just me.
Yeah, you don't support. Well, you support Duke athletics.
Yeah,
You're
what do you
wearing a
see?
Duke
What do you
hat.
see on my hat?
Yeah.
All right, that's who I support.
Great basketball team. Now a good football team.
Well, more importantly, a better college.
Terrific university.
Right.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
Excellent
And I'm actually
yes.
I'm a local academic recruiter for Duke University. I have been for 19 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So all those kids that are trying to get into one of the top 3 schools in America, well, guess what? If you're right here in Las Vegas, chances are you're going to interview with me.
So you've gotten kids into that school?
Well, it's not that I can get them in, but I can keep them out.
Keep them out?
Yeah. In other words, the dean of admissions has a committee, and the committee will send people out to talk to the interview or to the applicants once they get past the first cut. After they get past the first cut, if indeed those kids are needing a little bit more information, we need to know more about them. Go out and find a little bit more information on Tommy so you can have an interview with Tommy. So I have an interview with Tommy, and I say, all right, Tommy, I need to know more because I got to write a little story about you to see if we can kind of get you over the top, right? Because they get the best applicants in the world, right? And so here you are in the worst school district in America, Clark County. This is the very worst.
The worst.
It's the very worst, yeah.
It's worse than Detroit. It's worse than Cleveland.
And what's
worse than,
here's the problem.
It's worse than Billings, Montana. Come on, the worst.
It is.
Why?
Clark County, look at the stats. I tell you this from fact. The fact is, look, even if you go to Gorman, right? You go to Gorman, you have perfect grades, this, that, and the other. The problem is you're wearing the black eye of a punch from the Clark County School District. So even if you're going to the best schools here in town, it doesn't matter. The problem is you may get a good education, but you're grouped in with everybody else that goes to school in Clark County. And good, bad, or indifferent. There's a lot of really good schools here. I can name off, 6, 7, 8 of these schools right away. The problem
Henderson has a good school district.
Well, the one public school in Clark County that I have a lot of interviews from are the kids from Coronado down in Henderson.
Okay.
That is one of the better public schools in this valley. I mean, I would argue that the kids that go to Coronado and they play sports, whatever, this is a sports-driven show, but those kids are no less prepared than the kids at Gorman. And you don't have to spend the tens of thousands of dollars to send your kid to a private school when Coronado is a fantastic school.
Excellent. So
so folks, you learned something here today just about the school system.
You are one of the guys. One thing about you though is you'll be very honest, even though you live in Las Vegas and you're on the air in Las Vegas as well as a bunch of other markets around the country. You're very honest about the city of Las Vegas, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. UNLV, you come down really hard on UNLV because of their lack of prestige with the academics, right?
The thing is, UNLV has proven that they really want to be a degree mill outside of hotel and administration, which is the very best in the world, right? I mean, obviously, given where we're at.
It's a good program here?
Right. It's the best in the world.
Well, let's give something to UNLV, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, as far as everything else, the business school they got a long way to go. The law school, they got a very, very long way to go. They're trying into dental world, the medical world. But let's face it, the real university in this state is up in Reno. That's UNR. If you're really a good student and you can't afford out-of-state tuition, you're going to school in Reno. Sorry, folks.
It's only 2 schools in the state. Are there other schools besides those 2?
Sure. You've got Nevada State College right down in Henderson as well. But it's new and it's young, and they're learning. They're just getting their feet.
Nevada State College. Where is that in Henderson?
It's in Henderson, right off of College. If you're going to the College of Southern Nevada where the baseball fields are, which is a sponsor of the Sports Circus, you go the opposite direction, and that's where the Nevada State College is.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the UNLV football team? Do they have a chance?
Will they have a chance at what? I'll tell you what. I like their third-string quarterback. I knew that kid. He came out of the Sports Circus, Kenyon Oblad.
Third-string quarterback?
Let me tell you something.
What does he got to do with the team?
The team moves when Kenyon's on the field. That's what I've noticed. I've watched a lot of UNLV football.
He played as a third-string quarterback?
I've watched him play.
Really?
I've been on the sidelines there. Let me tell you something. That team will move when Kenyon's on the field. You give Kenyon a chance out there, and believe me, this kid is going to be good, and the team will score. The problem is they have no defense. Anyway, folks, we're out of time here on Place Your Bet. Lots more to come tomorrow. Maybe we'll get into a little bit of Super Bowl. Anyway, go to placeyourbet.vegas and check us out there. Check out the characters, and we're out of here. So long, everyone.
You like that third-string quarterback, huh? 8, 9,
Yeah.
boom, boom, 50.
All right. And that is all.